Hello everyone, that manga kid here to give my review on the 3-volume series, The Golden Sheep. This is by Kaori Ozaki, who did The God's Lie, the one-shot that was released by Verticle a few years ago. This is also released by Verticle. I was so excited when this was announced. I loved The God's Lie, and I was very excited to read a bit of a longer series by Kaori Ozaki. I knew this was going to be a bit sad. I knew it was going to be a bit heartbreaking, but also sweet and cute, because that is what The God's Lie was, and this seemed very much in a similar vein. This one follows our main character here, whose name I do not remember, which is such a shocker, because I never remember anybody's names. Sugu. Sugu is her name. She is in high school. She moved away from this small town when she was younger, and now as a teenager is moving back to the town with her mother and 3 sisters. She's so excited to move back because her 3 best friends from her past are still living there, and she's excited to go meet up with them and excited to be hanging out with them again because they were such good friends when they were kids. And as you can imagine, they are now teenagers and are not anything like they were when they were children. And so she has this bit of naive belief that they're all going to just be best friends still and it's going to be great. When in reality, it is not like that at all. They're just different. Things have happened and they've grown up and they are not the nice, friendly people she used to know. And they kind of keep up the facade a little bit at first, and they're like, oh, she's back and she thinks we're all friends, let's pretend to be friends and whatever, but it very quickly crumbles. And you learn about the kind of dark things that have happened to these kids as they've kind of grown up and been apart, and you see some horrible things happening. There's a lot of bullying going on. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of unresolved issues. And this girl, Sugu, who is just like, why is all this happening? She's trying to figure out what happened in the time that she was gone and why they're all behaving this way. And it's a story. It kind of reminds me of Anohana in a way, where, these old friends are coming back together for whatever reason, and they're all different, and now they have to deal with the fact that they're different and deal with the unresolved issues from their childhood and all that kind of stuff. But this one is a bit more, it's less sad than that. It's just a lot of angsty teenager stuff, which is fine because I like that, but it's also funny and it's also hopeful and uplifting at the same time, which I really like. And I think that Kaori Ozaki does that very well. She does a lot of family stories. It's a lot of family related things that you learn about these kids, and they're dealing with their family's dynamics and just trying to exist. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it takes a turn that I was not expecting at all. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but it just, like, it was so out of left field that I was like, oh, that I would never have seen that coming. I would never have imagined that the manga was going to go in that direction. But sure, and it was quite enjoyable, and I really, really loved it. And I wasn't expecting to not love it. This was one I've been meaning to pick up for since it was announced that it was going to be released. I am very glad that I waited till it was all out, though, because if I had had to wait between volumes, I would have lost my mind. So now's the time to pick it up. It's quite beautiful. The art is gorgeous. This is great. And this just has a sunset. But yeah, I mean, it's got really let's see if I can find a good page. Like, just cute character designs. I'm just trying not to spoil things, but like, Yeah, it's just really cute, and I just enjoy the the way that Kaori Ozaki kind of mixes friendship with family and um obviously the God's Lie was children were the main characters. These kids are, 15 or 16 or so. So they're a bit older. But yeah, it's just quite heartwarming and just fun, but also if you're sensitive to topics like bullying and different potentially triggering topics, yes, it does go into them, but it doesn't. I find that it didn't go into them so deeply that you're like it's trying to shock you or anything. It's just or being like edgy for the sake of it. It really is just like this is what happened. This is why they're acting this way, and now we're going to figure it out. And what I also really loved about this series is that the adults all have the kids' best interests in mind. They legitimately love these kids and they legitimately want to help them and help them be better. And if it means sacrificing their own happiness for a little while, then they will allow that to happen. And they know that the kids are struggling and they know that something has to be done. And I loved that, you know, it it showed, it felt like you could feel the love from these adults and you could feel that they were just trying to do their best and it wasn't I don't know, like I didn't feel like there were bad people in this story. They were all just doing their best, trying their best. And yeah, I enjoyed that. Also, at the end of volume 3 there is a short story unrelated to the general story that is so adorable, very sad, but absolutely heartwarming and adorable. Um yeah, it just was so cute and I was not expecting it. Um yes, it's called Love Letter and it's unbelievably adorable. It's just very short at the end of volume 3. What a delight. Highly recommend picking up The Golden Sheep. Um yeah, I knew I was going to love it, but I absolutely love this. Read it in one sitting. Will be reading it again. Happy to have it. Glad it was released here, and I cannot wait to see what else Kaori Ozaki has, and I hope that we get more in English because absolutely a delight to read. If you've read The Golden Sheep, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Um, yeah, I want to read it again. It's so good. It's right up my alley of stories that I enjoy. Anyway, thanks for watching.